Morning. Whew, out of breath. Just climbed up here. I gotta get that roof painted for next year. Where am I pointing? Right there. It's a cool, basically dry day. We're not calling for any snow or anything, no rain. Humidity's not real low, but it's not bad. As you can possibly hear, or maybe, I turned the bin fans on to these two fans. So I wanted to come up and check and see if it felt like any hot air blowing out. And you can only see, you can't feel. But nope, there's no hot air blowing out. This one's down a ring and a half, almost 2 rings on the outside. I've taken some, well, they've taken some of my January, February, March corn out. This one should be down a little more. No, not really. About the same. About 2 rings. But I know it's hard to see in there, it's dark. I don't feel any warm air out of either of them, so, because we've had some screwy weather lately. Cold, then snow, then Christmas Eve day into Christmas Eve night. And I think it stopped before Christmas morning. Oh, I took my rain gauge down because I didn't want it to freeze and break, because as you can see, ice on the roof when the snow runs down it and melts. We got somewhere between 2 and 2.5 inches of rain, the local news said. If you go watch Mike P 7810's video, you'll see it really got them south of us because they had all that snow. But I don't know, Mother Nature's been crazy. It's supposed to be cold next 2-3 days, and they're talking a day or two back up in the mid to upper 40s. Chance of rain, but I guess if the only moisture we get is rain, we're going to need it going into the spring. I had a huge puddle in the field out back. We'll go see if it's still there. Fans are running. Fans are very loud. Very loud when you're standing right next to them. Field across the road from the shop here. There was water standing on that headland. It's pretty much gone now. But we also put a piece of tile in it this spring. So this field here, I don't know how well you can see it. Let me try and zoom. A little bit of water standing in that hollow right there. Not much. This lower end of the field down here, as you can tell, the field goes down the hill and it's kind of a pocket in this corner. Well, that pond of water is nothing compared to what it was Christmas Day. And this is the 27th, by the way, 2 days after Christmas. That's almost sucked in all the way. So that's how dry we are. And right now the ground is firm on top. I'm sure it's not froze down deep, but let me unzoom you now. I don't want to put it back on me and you see my nose hairs, for God's sakes. But yeah, so I'd say the top couple inches of our ground is firm back up, but we need it to go down to, 15 like it did before we got all that rain, and went up to, I think we got up to 52 or 53 that day. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. But that seems to be the way our weather is anymore, or at least in 2020. Crazy. Going back in the shop where it's warmer. Whew. Oh my goodness. All right, so I had some people say, Buddy never got to wish you a happy or a Merry Christmas. Well, Buddy doesn't go in the house, so when we did our little Christmas thing, so there he is. So buddy, tell everybody Merry Christmas. Late 2 days. But this video will probably get held for a little bit to add more to it, because I'm thinking next week, a buddy of mine who worked for John Deere for a while as a mechanic, works for another big company as a mechanic right now. Him and I might next week be going looking at tractors. So I like to take somebody like that along with me when I go. So if we do, we'll roll that into this. I'm back in the shop. I just looked at those videos because I always like to look at them and see if I screwed up really bad. But the stuff I've already filmed when I was up on the bin. So if anybody says there looks like there's a black streak in the corn there, that was a shadow from having the door open and the pipes above coming off of the grain leg into the bins. So it wasn't rotten corn or anything. But the tractors that I'm looking at, I've already looked at a 2011 8330 at a local dealer. I actually tried to make a deal on that earlier in December. They were selling it on consignment for a guy. He wanted to wait, so we'll see. I'm going to look at a 9230 articulate, a 9360 articulate. Both are a little more horsepower than what I was, originally thinking, somewhere in the 270 to 300 range. But that doesn't bother me to be a little overhorsed, so to speak. And I'm going to go look at a couple of 8270Rs that are, let's see, the 8270Rs are about an hour and 20 minutes one way, and the other two are in two different places that are, one's an hour and 40 minutes away, one's about an hour and 20 minutes away in a different direction. So those are some local tractors I'm going to go look at. Local is in New York, obviously. Not saying I'm buying one just because it's in New York, but obviously it'd be handier. I don't need anything until spring, so we'll see what happens. All right, we are on the road with Chelsea. Her and I are going about 2 hours east of home to look at a tractor. I figured I'd break the day up into 2 days because Scotty and I were going like an hour and 40 minutes west. So then that would be like a 3 hour and 40 minute or more, close to 4 hour drive back to the east to look at that tractor. So we'd be in a truck for about 6 hours. So instead, Chelsea and I are going to look at the one to the east, and Scotty and I later this week will go look at the one to the west. So we are getting ready to head out onto the New York State Thruway for, I think it's like 110 miles.
I'm excited.
And go look at a tractor. So I'll bring you back when we get there and we look at it. Alright, we're not quite to the Thruway yet, but Chelsea's over here laughing because I just gave the bird to one of them stupid signs we have here in New York along our main highways here. This is called Route 690. It was another one of those signs, stay New York tough, prevent lockdowns, do what you're supposed to do. In other words, communist New York, do as you're told and we won't lock you down. That's basically what the sign says. I'm telling you, pisses me right off. Here's another one of these stupid signs. New York State celebrate smart, stop shutdowns. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Do as you're told, stop the shutdowns. I'll stop with that rant now. We'll see it when we see the tractor. 2017 8270R. Of course, we have issues too, don't we? Getting here, all of a sudden our stability track thing come on in my truck. Holy shit, the truck would hardly move down here at the intersection. I don't know what's going on.
Speedometer didn't work either.
Speedometer didn't work. Running through ways, reads 45. We're keeping up with traffic. Something's not right. I'm not looking forward to the ride home. May go try and find a GM dealer down the road that the guy said is there.
Unless it's fixed.
But anyways, here's the tractor. Not super impressed with how clean the interior is. There's shitty stains all over the place. Obviously not very well taken care of, as you can see. It's a lease return machine, so I don't know how enthused I am about it, but just thought I would show you. Oh. No inner rear wheel weights. Got 4 remotes. As you can see, sitting on a dealership, not very clean. Never understood that. You want to sell a tractor, but you don't clean it up ahead of time. So I don't know where this one will rank on the list. We'll see. All right, the adventure continues. We are on the New York State Thruway. What are we, probably an hour?
Probably.
At least, or more?
Like an hour and 15.
Hour and 15 minutes from home. Just called my GM dealer. Oh boy. Apparently we went into limp mode when we got off the Thruway to go to that John Deere dealership.
Oh, then we went somewhere after that.
They sent us down the road to some nice small town garage, who the guy put a thing on, plugged the thing in here to check codes, and we had transmission codes, and we've been running around 3,000 RPMs, which ain't right. Praying to God it doesn't go into limp mode again. Basically, we're gonna get this bad boy back, take it to the dealership, drop it off, have Barb pick us up, and they'll have it for morning to. Yes, I know I'm a weird guy holding on to a stick with a camera. And they'll have it in the morning to look at. She's going nuts over here. She thinks it's funny.
Can I make that my senior quote?
Oh my God, what's your senior quote?
Yes, I'm a weird guy holding on to a stick with a camera.
As you can see by the speedometer, we're probably doing 70, but it reads about 48. Yeah, something severely wrong here.
We're just following Wonder.
It's the code that comes up on the dash, and the thing that comes up is the stability track, which I don't know whether, I know that's hooked into the ABS too, so whether there's some, maybe I got a wheel bearing going bad, but it doesn't feel it, and some dust is getting into it. I don't know. This is just turning into a nightmare trip. I know I didn't get a lot of camera footage of the tractor. It was a decent looking tractor. Needs to be cleaned. They said they would clean it, service it, and all that, but I got more to look at. We'll see what they come up with for how hard they want to sell it, because it's a little overpriced in my opinion. But we're just hoping we get home, huh, Chelsea?
We got some McDonald's.
Yeah, oh yeah, we did get McDonald's, so we at least got something to eat. It's like 3 o'clock right now, so so I'll probably just end this video, and when Scotty and I go to look at them other tractors later in the week, we either won't be taking this thing because it won't be fixed, and we'll be taking the Terrain, or this will be fixed and we'll be taking it.
And hoping it doesn't enter.
Yeah, I mean, I've only got 42,400 miles on it. It's a 16. Depending on how much it costs to fix, depends on how much longer I keep it. But this is why I usually trade every 3 years. But I love this truck, so I didn't get rid of it. Now it's coming back to bite me in the ass. So, all right, subscribe, thumbs up, all them goofy things, and you can see our next goofy adventure.
Yes, I'm a weird guy.
All right, look. She came and picked us up.
Probably the one and only time Andy will be in the Mini Cooper.
We're in the death trap.
It's not a death trap.
She's making me ride in the Mini Cooper. Oh my God, you don't want to be very big in these seats, I can tell you that.
Oh, quit your bitching.
Dad, just don't gain any weight.
We barely got the truck here. It went into limp mode.
Like 4 times.
Right after we got off the Thruway. That was an experience.
Yeah.
Needless to say, we ran a few stop signs. You got a cop up here or something, pulled somebody over. We pulled into a...
Oh, wait, he's going to the right of me.
We pulled into a church parking lot. We have cops doing something funny here, passing people on the right.
Well, I was going to go to the right, but my gosh, all of a sudden he cut to the right.
Something's going on right here. Not sure what.
Holy crow.
He's bailing out fast. Trooper, a couple of cops, and looks like an old lady sitting in a vehicle. So I don't know.
Gosh, she looks dangerous.
I don't know what they got her pulled over for. Yeah, doing coke while driving. Oh my God. So anyways, we're on our way home. I can't believe it's a wheel bearing because when I got out, I felt both front wheels, inside, outside, didn't feel warm. So it's probably some electronic bullshit, but that's an experience when your vehicle all of a sudden goes into limp mode and you put it to the floor and you can barely go 20 miles an hour. So, yeah, not fun, huh, kid? We'll be taking the train on Thursday when Scotty and I go to look at the other tractors.
Want to see how fast this one goes?
If that's not fixed by then. No, just get me home safely. I feel like I'm sitting on the ground.
Oh, stop.